Tonight's homework is journal pages 131 and 132, and the first part of it is a review of all of the measurement stuff that we have gone over for a lot of the school year, and practicing with filling in some conversion tables. So if I'm first going from meters to centimeters, I see that 1 meter has 100 centimeters. So to go from one to the other, I'm noticing that I multiply by 100. So 2 meters would be 200 centimeters. 4 meters would be 400 centimeters. And 7 meters would be 700 centimeters. Now I also see that some of them, I have the centimeters and not the meters. So to work backwards, instead of multiplying by 100, I'm going to divide by 100. So 300 divided by 100 means I take away those 2 zeros. I'm left with 3 meters. 500 divided by 100, take away the 2 zeros, I have 5 meters. And 600 divided by 100 is 6 meters. Number 2. So it's a very large bag of frozen vegetables weighs 64 ounces. How many pounds is this? So I'm using the table to help me figure out how many pounds is 64 ounces. And I know that 1 pound is 16 ounces. So we go from ounces to pounds. I need to divide by 16. Now to go from pounds to ounces, I'm going to multiply by 16. Or I can use kind of my doubling tricks as I go through. So I can say that 2 pounds, if I double 16, I get 32 ounces. And then I'm going to just keep doubling as I go down my table. So my table is going to look a little different. I could do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but I like my doubling strategy because it makes bigger jumps. So if I double 2 pounds, I get 4 pounds. And so I can either do 4 times 16, or I can double 32 and get 64 ounces, which is the exact amount I was looking for. So I know that there are 4 pounds and 64 ounces. Okay. If I want to show my thinking another way, I could do long division. 64 divided by 16, and I would get 4. On the back, we're doing all conversions. So if I went 6 feet and 7 inches in just inches, I know that there's 12 inches in a foot. So I need to do 12 times 6, which is 72. And then I want to add on the inches that I had. So 72 plus 7 is 79. If I have 30 feet, it wants me to go up to yards in feet. Well, there are 3 feet in a yard. So if I take 30 divided by 3, I'm going to end up with 10 yards, no feet left over. This one I have 1 yard and 2 feet, and I'm going to feet. So again, we said 1 yard equaled 3 feet, and I already had 2 feet, so 3 feet plus 2 feet equals 5 feet. My next one, 32 inches into feet and inches. Well, there's 12 inches in a foot, so I wanted to do 32 divided by 12. And I know 12 times 2 is 24, and 12 times 6 is 36. And 36 is too many, so I know we're going to go with 2. And that gives me a remainder of 8. Well, in this case, that means I have 2 feet, and my remainder is still my inches, so 2 feet, 8 inches. My next one, 2 feet I just said, or 2 feet is 24 inches, plus the 4 inches that I already had, So now I'm up to 28 inches. Then 8 feet 6 inches into inches. Again, I'm going to do 12 inches in a foot times my 8 feet is 96 inches. And I already had 6 inches. So I end up with 102 inches. Number 4 says draw a line from each statement on the left to the equation on the right. My sister is 4 feet tall. Her height in inches is 12 times as much as 4. So 12 times 4 is right there. And then it says solve. 12 times 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 1 is 4. So she's 48 inches tall. Number 2, my cat weighs 12 pounds. His weight in ounces is 16 times as much as 12. That goes there. And I need to do 16. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 1 is 2, plus the 1 is 3. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 1 is 1. So I end up with 192. And my last one, our rug is 3 meters wide. The width is centimeters is 100 times as much as 3. That's this top one. And 100 times 3 is 300. And the challenge, it says there are 5,280 feet in a mile. Write your own comparison statement to match this multiplication equation, 5,280 times 24, then solve the equation. Well, your word problem can be anything you want it to be. You walked 24 miles, how many feet was that? You drove 24 miles. Maybe your grandparents live 24 miles away, how many feet do they live away? So that part is going to be different for everybody. The part that's going to be the same is solving it. And this is a pretty big problem to solve. So I start by ignoring the 2, and I multiply everything by that 4. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 8 is 32. Write my 2, carry my 3. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 3 is 11. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 1 is 21. Then I'm going to cross off the 4 and all the ones that I carried, and add a 0. And now I'm going to multiply 5,280 by 2. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 8 is 16. Write my 6, carry my 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. And then I add up my 2 parts. 0, 2, 7, 6, 2, and 1. So we would end up with an answer to your word problem at 126,720 feet. So that goes through tonight's homework of pages 131 and 132.